Have you ever sat through a presentation, with the presenter just reading the slides? No connection to the audience. Zero empathy. Slides full of small print with tons of numbers and statistics. Well, the hardest part was probably not to fall asleep. And the worst is that you may have probably inflicted the same on others. So, where do we go from here? Well, there is hope, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. One of the great visionaries and pioneers of our century comes to your rescue. Stephen Jobs will be forever remembered for his knack for inspiring presentations that took the audience by storm. Well, only the best is good enough for you. So today, I would like to give you 6 tips you could take away from Stephen Jobs' presentation style. So the next time you take the stage, you too will light a fire of inspiration in your audience. Are you ready? Well, so let's get going. Develop rapport with your audience. It is paramount to connect with the attendants. You have only a few seconds to win them over. A good strategy is to compliment your way into the heart of your listeners. At an away game, say something nice about the town you are visiting. People normally identify with their hometown. Also, you could make 1 or 2 compliments about the company, which would have the same effect. Praise their professional expertise or whatever you find noteworthy. However, it is important that you are authentic. Most people have an inbuilt bullshit detector. They don't like fakes. In Jobs' case, it is very easy to strut his stuff. Let's watch how the Grandmaster butters up an audience.
Thank you. I'm honored to be with you today for your commencement from one of the finest universities in the world. Truth be told, I never graduated from college, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to a college graduation.
This is as simple as it is genius. First, he acknowledges Stanford's status as one of the finest universities in the world. And then he admits that he had never been to college, which makes him both humble and additionally makes the graduates feel better than him. This is almost too much, it is borderline ironic. Only the genius of Stephen Jobs can get away with something like that. Tip number 2. Give your audience an idea where you are going. Before you even get started on your topic, it is important to let people know what the presentation is about and why they should give you their time of the day. You don't need the infamous agenda slide. It is good practice to split up your content into small manageable pieces. It is also advised to give them a count, so people know what's in store for them. But don't get excessive. Nobody is willing to sit through a presentation with 100 agenda items. Let's see how Jobs does it. Again, by the example of his epic Stanford commencement address.
Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories.
Again, Jobs' genius lies in his simplicity. He only wants to tell 3 stories. He takes the edge off, with a reassuring no big deal. So you might want to think, well, 3 little stories. Why not? I can do that. Tip number 3. Be enthusiastic. If you are not excited about the topic you are talking about, who else will be? There are intercultural issues here. While people in the UK love to understate things a little, Americans love to go over the top. Anyway, you will have to find your own level of enthusiasm according to the topic. Jobs, however, has no problem with overstatement.
Apple makes the best notebooks on the planet. In a sentence, it's the world's thinnest notebook. How did we do it? I'm still stunned. that our engineering team could pull this off. Well, this is perhaps the best notebook keyboard we've ever shipped. It's a phenomenal keyboard.
For Jobs, his products are the best in the world and nothing short of phenomenal. And he is still puzzled by his own genius. It is really hard to be the best. You may think he is over the top. However, he sure is convinced of what he is saying, and therefore authentic. Again, this approach may not be suitable for a presentation about the results of an audit. Yet, it is crucial to find your own level of excitement to make your presentation interesting. Tip number 4. Put your data into perspective. The human being cannot relate to naked data. In order to make hard data palatable, relate them to everyday objects. Watch how Steve Jobs puts the new MacBook Air into an envelope, to underscore its thinness. This stunt is nothing short of genius. It says more than a tons of blueprints and lifeless data. Everybody will be able to relate to the key feature of the MacBook Air. Its thinness.
It's so thin, it even fits inside one of these envelopes that we've all seen floating around the office. And so let me go ahead and show it to you now. This is it. Let me take it out here. This is the new MacBook Air, and you can get a feel for how thin it is.
Tip number 5. Repeat the things that you want people to remember. The basis of all propaganda is repetition. Watch Steve Jobs brainwash his audience. After this presentation, everybody will surely know that the MacBook Air is the thinnest notebook on the planet.
It's the world's thinnest notebook. The thickest part of the MacBook Air is still thinner than the thinnest part of the TZ series. Okay? We're talking thin here. In a sentence, it's the world's thinnest notebook.
Tip number 6. Finish with a blast. People always remember most what comes last. It is important to start strong to win over your audience. But it is even more important to finish stronger. People remember the stuff in the middle all right. But make sure to save your key message for the end of the presentation. Watch Steve Jobs end his epic Stanford commencement address with the legendary quote, "Stay hungry, stay foolish," which to the present day still gives me goosebumps whenever I watch it.
Stay hungry, stay foolish. It was their farewell message as they signed off. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And I have always wished that for myself. And now, as you graduate to begin anew, I wish that for you. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you all very much.
Well, I have said my piece. If you found this useful, please like it and subscribe, so you will not miss out on our future inspirational videos. Other than that, stay as awesome as you are.